Hey guys, welcome again this week with us. My name is Tersha Singh. It is now. We reach Yerettê. We can't see Ariana's face. So we're here to have breakfast and check out the hummingbirds. The place is amazingly beautiful. I love it. Come check it out with us.
Good to see you all here this morning.
Happy to be here.
My name is Theo. Welcome to Yerettê.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure to have you. Are you aware that Trinidad is called the land of the hummingbird? Do you know why? The first people of this land were the Amerindians, the indigenous people. And to an Amerindian, the hummingbird is a very sacred creature. They saw the hummingbirds as the souls of the dead ancestors, or the spirits of the dead ancestors. And so they gave a very sacred name to this land. They gave the name Airi. Airi is an Amerindian word. You know how we got the name Trinidad?
From Spanish?
Specifically who?
Columbus?
Yes. He came by here just over 500 years ago. And he met people here. And he gave the name Trinidad to this land. But the people he met here, how long do you think they were living here before Columbus? Thousands of years. I just want to make a simple point.
Yeah.
That you live in a land of the Amerindians. But somehow or the other, we are not very conscious of it. And I'm making this point to link it back to the hummingbird. They're the smallest birds in the world. Well, these birds are very unique creatures in the world. We say they live at a biological extreme. They can do things that no other living creature can. Hungriest birds in the world, the busiest birds in the world, the tiniest birds in the world. The birds with the fastest body metabolism. And they're exceptional. This one is called the rufous-breasted hermit. And we find hummingbirds only in the Western Hemisphere. And they're not only birds of the tropics. So if you go to Alaska, you'll find hummingbirds. The birds of North America are migratory species. They go north during the summer, come south for winter. What I asked Trini to tell me how many different species of hummingbirds we have in Trinidad and Tobago. You know what a typical Trini tells me?
One. Did you say one?
That's okay, you're
Daughter, right?
That is not your daughter?
No.
Most kids grow up seeing hummingbirds. People don't look closely at the hummingbird. They make an excuse it too far and they leave it there. So you become an adult familiar with the hummingbird but really ignorant about the hummingbird. And part of what we do here at Yerettê, our program here is very educational. It's trying to help to get people to understand the world around us. We have a lot more than one species. In fact, in the world we have 350 species.
In the whole world?
Yeah.
Okay.
All in America. Of the 350 that we have, in Trinidad and Tobago we have 19 species. We used to have 17 for a lot of years. But recently we discovered 2 new species.
Okay.
One in 2015 and one in 2019. The one in 2019 we discovered it right here in our garden. Of the 19 that we have, there's one in Tobago that's not in Trinidad. That's the white-tailed sablewing, and it's our only threatened species in Trinidad and Tobago. So with one in Tobago that's not in Trinidad, that leaves 18 in Trinidad. Tobago has a total of 7 species. And of the 18 that we have in our garden, we get 15 species. And you could have fun trying to get to know them while you're here. How fast must the wings beat to make a sound like that? 200 times? Well, the hummingbirds will beat their wings at speeds that range from about 90 to about 200 times a second. They beat their wings in a special way. Hummingbirds beat their wings in a figure of 8.
Oh.
And with that now, hummingbirds get power to propel themselves on the downstroke, but also on the upstroke. Only birds that can get power on the up and down stroke. They're the only birds in the world that can hover on their own wings. Only birds in the world that can fly backwards. Only birds in the world that can fly upside down. They're the only birds that can fly sideways, only birds that can shoot straight up into the air like a rocket. In fact, they're the only birds that can do anything, flying anywhere. These are powerful little creatures. You can feel the power in the wind.
Yeah, when they pass next to it.
Yeah. You know what hummingbirds eat?
Nectar.
That's a 25% sugar solution. That is 90% of the diet of the hummingbird. So where do they get the rest of the diet from?
I don't think they're more group now, right?
They bug.
Tiny little insects that you could barely see with the naked eye. They catch them by the hundreds every day. That's the other 10% of the diet. So when you look at this bird, it's so healthy looking. Your question was how long do they live? Average lifespan is 5 to 7 years. But some can go as long as 15 years. These are tough little creatures. What's your resting heart rate?
Oh gosh, I wouldn't know that.
Your life. Organizer for a state class. Our heart beats somewhere between 60 and 80 beats a minute. What is at rest?
Okay.
So what is the resting heart rate of a hummingbird?
200 beats?
It's more like 5 to 600 beats. And when they're busy, you see them flying around here, their hearts are beating anywhere between 1,200 and 1,500 beats. Hummingbirds have the fastest body metabolism of all living creatures.
Is there a competition with other birds and all that with the hummingbirds?
Hummingbirds are very aggressive creatures.
Okay.
They fight and compete among themselves for food. When the owls come into the garden, initially they get scared of the owl, and then they disappear. And after a while, you can almost try to hear them counting down to one. And then they all come out at the same time and attack that owl. And the owl will have to get out of the way. How they do that, I don't understand it. Most people come into this valley for the first time fall in love with the valley. To the indigenous people, the Amerindians, it was seen as a sacred valley. And they gave a special name to this valley.
Market?
Why Mark?
I assume it has something to do with the one right there.
Let me take the hint. It's called the Shak or the Marak. And to most people, this is Spanish. It's Amerindian. You know, all religions have an instrument that they use. An instrument they use to bring the good spirits to them to get close to God. But the Amerindians used it. So what better name to give this valley? All the waters that come off those mountains were considered to be sacred waters by the indigenous people. In the old days, people used to come from all over Trinidad to this river to bathe for spiritual cleansing. But the river is now polluted. In Trinidad and Tobago, we have a rock carving, petroglyph. The only one that exists in Trinidad, is known to exist in Trinidad and Tobago, and it's in this valley. The closest village to it is the Cora village. And when you arrive at the waterfall, you're going to come upon this massive rock, a carving that we now believe is about 1,500 years old, done by the indigenous people. Do you know anything about the silk cotton tree?
No, the oldest tree. There's a fertile tree also. What is that? One of the oldest trees.
We have one right here. Right just to the top of it. The massive tree. To the indigenous people, that tree was seen as the biggest tree, tallest tree in the forest. They thought the tree was touching to him. The tree became their sacred tree and they started doing all their religious rituals around that tree. But they didn't want the tree to be desecrated. So everything they protected it.
Whatever would make people be afraid of removing the tree.
They told stories
Stories,
about the evil spirits of the night. And you know some of the stories of the Lagahu and the Lagases and the Sukuya and the Dwayne.
In the silk cotton tree.
It is the cotton tree. And those stories scared people away from the tree and thus the tree was protected. So I invite all my visitors to visit the tree before you leave. And I want you to touch the tree. You can spend some time moving around the garden.
Yeah.
Enjoy the birds, enjoy the therapy, the hummingbird therapy in the garden. It's very healing. We have on the inside here, we have a gallery. It's a bit of my photography. We're going to serve you a little breakfast. My man here ready. after breakfast, I do a show for you all on that big screen on the inside. And I tell you more about the hummingbirds now. And that will climax your visit here. While you're here, you're free to ask me questions at all times.
Names that you're talking about has meaning. What is the meaning of Yerettê?
We had to get a name for it.
Yeah.
So we went back to the Amerindians and found another word that means hummingbird.
That's what it means?
Yeah, Yerettê is hummingbird.
Yerettê, okay.
We learned about the tribes on the island. But you know how many tribes really live in Trinidad? About 50, speaking different languages. So there are many words, many Amerindian words for the same thing.
So, this was our lovely experience of Yerettê. It was amazing. I truly enjoyed it. The guy is knowledgeable. Oh my god. When you got inside, there was no photos or videos to be taken. But he's an avid photographer of these hummingbirds. And it's amazing. His photos and his presentation of these birds, amazing. You learn to appreciate hummingbirds from henceforth. We are now ambassadors of the hummingbird. So 4 things. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next week or next experience. Bye. Are you looking at yourself on the camera? Yeah, that's what I watched. Oh, wrong thing? Okay. Anyhow.